And good morning. We welcome you here into the KFOR newsroom. I'm Jeff Motz as we continue to monitor the latest forecast information as it becomes pretty much clear and cut here through the course of the day into the afternoon and into tonight. We are still monitoring an area for what could be the development of severe weather in our area, especially in south central and southeast Nebraska tonight. And that does include Lincoln and Lancaster County. Now, in the last few hours, there has been an enhanced risk situation over much of southeast Nebraska. Now we have a moderate risk of severe weather that does include Lincoln and Lancaster County. I will show you the maps here in a moment, show you the latest radar and what we're watching here, at least for the next couple of hours over much of the state. But it looks like the time frame for these storms will be late afternoon into the evening hours here. And then looking in toward the overnight, things will start to move out. And then tomorrow it's supposed to be rather windy over much of the area. So what I'll do right now is I'll share with you the map that we have outlining from the National Weather Service. This is the map right here. If you can't tell, this red shade area goes from roughly from Lincoln to York to Hastings, back down along the Nebraska-Kansas border into northern Kansas. And then the moderate, or rather the enhanced risk, goes from Kearney, Grand Island right here up through the Omaha Metro, north of Fremont, almost to Norfolk. And then it goes back down into southern Oklahoma. And then, of course, you have the slight risk area in the yellow, and then the thunderstorms, the marginal risk of severe weather on the outer edge in the dark green, and then thunderstorms in the green, light green shade there. There you can see storms develop over central Nebraska, then push east, hail up to the size of golf balls, strong damaging winds, flash flooding possible, and a few tornadoes are certainly possible. And the timing of this will be sometime this evening. And so that is something to kind of bear in mind here as we go through the day. There you see the Storm Prediction Center, moderate risk area. Now, let's look at the hail probability right here. This is the potential for large damaging hail, the red shade where Lincoln is over toward almost McCook, but it looks like you go from Lincoln to Grand Island to Kearney on south into northern Oklahoma. The yellow shade would occupy a lesser chance, about a 15% probability. That includes the Omaha area, Norfolk, and McCook. And then the outer edge is kind of the smaller 5% chance. In terms of wind, Lincoln is right there on the northeast corner of that pink bubble right there. That's the 45% opportunity of where we could have some strong damaging winds. There you see the outer edge of the 30% area right here, Omaha included. And then the lesser chances of damaging winds get lesser and lesser as you go into the yellow and brown shade. Now, the tornado probability, and this is quite concerning. You see the yellow shade right here. There's a 10% probability of tornadoes. And then when you see the kind of the black shade and the dashes or the dots in there, that's an indication if there are any tornadoes that do develop, it could be significant. We're talking the possibility of maybe EF2 or greater in terms of tornadoes, but that's what we're looking at right here. Lincoln on south through Wichita down into northern Oklahoma is where that possibility would exist. 5% probability of tornadoes right on the brown shade on the outer edge. And of course, a 2% probability on the green shade. So that's what we're looking at in terms of possibilities or the outlook that they have here today. This is from the Storm Prediction Center out of Norman, Oklahoma. As we look at radar right now, this is the regional look here. We got some activity in northern Nebraska, a couple of isolated areas right here. The rain that we had this morning has since moved out, so it's all quiet. We are starting to see maybe a little bit of sunshine, possibly here this afternoon. And with the sunshine, there is a definite chance that the heating element will be a factor. And if the heat builds up and breaks that cap in the atmosphere by later this afternoon and this evening, then there is a very good chance that we're going to see some severe weather activity over much of south central, southeast, and east central Nebraska tonight. So bear that in mind if you are having to go out tonight for any plans that you might have, sporting events, anything else that you might be doing, going to a concert or whatever. Just be prepared tonight for some very dangerous weather conditions. So be weather alert. And want to remind you, too, that Operation Stormwatch is brought to you by Golden Rule Contractors. And that's what we're on right now is Operation Stormwatch here in the KFOR newsroom. So remember that we will be on standby most of the day when severe weather does develop and it does impact the Lincoln area. We will break in on KFOR FM 103.3, 1240 AM, also at KFORnow.com. On our social media pages too, follow us at facebook.com/KFOR radio, also at Twitter at twitter.com/KFOR radio to get the latest weather information that we will bring to you as it becomes available to us. So be weather aware this afternoon. From the KFOR newsroom, I'm Jeff Motz.